Go for it.
Hello everyone, I'm Karim, this is Andrew, and we'd just like to start off by saying that we are in no way supporting any kind of sales to terrorism or terrorists or anything like that. In fact, we agree that with the cancellation of the contract, what we are discussing is the fact that the way about which Sam went about canceling the contract, and he did so without consulting any of the managers or his fellow engineers, and therefore we think that he's not justified in taking matters into his own hand. We must recognize three important facts in this case: that the value of the contract was $2 million and had a cancellation penalty of $15,000, and the contract was going to be highly profitable. The other thing to recognize is that the engineers and the managers were many of which were company stockholders. And the third thing to recognize is that Sam had no idea how his decision would be viewed by those managers and the other engineers, which means he had no right in making the decision alone. As an engineer, you should consult with your fellow engineers and your managers when making a huge decisions, like canceling an entire contract. Sam violated the company's chain of command, and as an employee of a company, you have an obligation to respect the company's hierarchy. And even if he had the sole responsibility of making this decision, management theorists say that one must learn to separate individual consciousness from corporate action. And in addition to that, he violated his colleagues' rights to financial well-being, since they had no idea the decision was made that would directly impact their future income, which the company profit as stockholders.
The Eastern European company was suspected of selling to terrorists. However, Sam did not have a guarantee that the company was actually selling the landmines to terrorists, and he had no guarantee of how the landmines would actually be used. He went ahead with the decision and decided to cancel it based on the fact of the company's perception and the rumors that the company was selling to terrorists, even though he had no guarantee. Engineers and project leads such as Sam should make sure that all facts that are obtained are credible and reliable before making a decision that would have great impacts on the company profits and the company's public image. When putting the position of authority, one should always make sure to verify facts in order to fully see the problems that are in front of them. This is something that Sam did not do as the lead engineer for this project. By not validating the facts, Sam introduced ethical blinders such as uncertainty, short-time horizons, and isolation that inhibit our perceptions and should be avoided when making complex decisions. The uncertainty of the facts led him to make a rash decision to cancel a contract without knowing for sure that the Eastern European company was selling to terrorists. Sam faced the blinder of short-term horizons by focusing on the fact that he had to make a decision quickly rather than having the time to obtain the correct facts and consult upper management. A study known as the Hitachi Report, conducted by Michael Davis, warned against microscopic vision and limiting our field of view that will inhibit our decision making, something that Sam did not.
Yes, and that's a good place to stop.